Welcome into NBA Now by Chat Sports. Chase Sr. here with you. Appreciate all of you for making today's show a part of your day. The presenting sponsor for today's show is Aura, the all-in-one digital safety tool that protects you as well as your family, and they're offering a free 14-day trial for you and your family if you go to aura.com/chatsports. That link available in the comment section and the description of this video. So Game 3 of the NBA Finals wrapped up. Boston taking a 2-1 series lead as we continue to flip-flop in this series and what has been a fascinating series between Boston and Golden State. Want to kick off this post-game show with this question coming in from Nick Brunner. Outside of Curry, Clay, and Draymond, who truly needs to wake up and step the F up for the Golden State Warriors? Going into the series, I had said it's Jordan Poole. He's the lone player on the Golden State Warriors who can create off the bounce and get a shot for himself as well as his teammates. And we saw what type of changes the Warriors made with trying to get him involved in Game 2. And he was spectacular. At the end of the third quarter, that's when the momentum really shifted in that game in Game 2, when he hits that long three, then that near half-court shot as well. Tonight, he really didn't do much, nor did Draymond. And he's big in this series as well, defensively and offensively. For Boston, you have to be feeling really good. You were able to survive 31 points from Curry, 25 points from Klay Thompson, but basically everybody else outside of the two Splash Brothers didn't do much. Who needs to step up? It is Jordan Poole, in my opinion. Sedler, what can Golden State do differently? Hit shots. I thought that defensively, Boston made some really nice adjustments throughout the game. They seemed to bother and get in the face of Golden State a lot. Curry went off for 31, but he's been going off every single game of the NBA Finals up to this point. And you're thinking, okay, if you're Boston, maybe Curry goes cold at some point, and that really favors Boston a lot in this series. But for the Warriors, what can they do differently? Role players need to step up. Otto Porter hit a couple of big threes in Game 3. Draymond needs to be better offensively. He took a couple of three-pointers. He hits one or two of those, and that gets everybody on that team going. Outside of Steph and Clay, though, everybody just really struggled in this game. And defensively for the Warriors, I thought they gave up way too many open looks for Boston, and they had easy shot opportunities, very reminiscent of what transpired in Game 1. Next question coming in from Raymond Pineda. Will Kai Soto be drafted this coming draft? So I've talked a lot about Kai Soto as our lead NBA draft evaluator, and I don't hate his game coming from the Philippines, now playing for the Adelaide 36ers in the NBL, which is a really good international league in Australia. He's only 20 years old. He comes over to the States, goes to the G League after a couple years of high school, and he's been working on his game over time, right? And as a draft prospect, I think over time he can become a pretty solid player. But at 7'2", he's a little bit slow, and he doesn't shoot the three. And because of that, he can get burned defensively in the NBA. And offensively, if he's not stretching the floor and he lacks some strength down low, it's a little bit of a problem. Now, I will say this. If a guy like Taco Fall can play at the NBA level, if Boban Marjanovic, with his lack of stamina, can play at the NBA level, I think that over time, Kai Soto can also play in the NBA. A lot of people, Warriors fans included, are asking for the Dubs to take him at 28. There are better players available at 28. Don't draft because you just want Kai Soto there at the 28th overall selection. You want the best player. Now at 51 or 55, probably 55, I might decide to take a chance on Kai Soto if I'm Golden State, because I'm banking on my player development program to turn him into a really good player. And there's no pressure for him to play next year in 2022, 2023. He can go back and forth between the NBA roster as well as the G League and over time become a really good player. The skill set, certainly intriguing, but if you're asking me if I think he's going to be drafted, I think there's a small chance he does. But as an undrafted free agent, I think he can make a roster. There's no doubt about that. Your MVP of Game 3 of the NBA Finals was who? I want to hear from you in the comment section right now. Let me know. I'm going with Jayson Tatum. If you agree with me, that's cool. Let me know. If you disagree with me, list another name down in the comment section. Vincent Marks with this. Can the Rockets trade Christian Wood and John Wall? I don't think the Rockets are in a position to really make major changes to the roster. I like the young core that they have. Now, Get rid of John Wall in that contract. I'd love that. You trade away Christian Wood. I don't know if that's like a major deal, but it could help them bring some other young players onto this team. Yeah, that's something that we're going to keep an eye out for over the next couple of weeks and months as the NBA offseason has an uptick to it. Michael, what are the keys to victory for Boston in Game 4? Each game that they've won in the NBA Finals, they've had a well-rounded scoring approach. And I thought that in Game 2, Tatum obviously played better than he did in Game 1, but he was forcing the issue a little bit, trying to get himself going. Now, maybe that worked out for him because in Game 3, he was really good. But the well-rounded approach is when the Celtics are playing their best basketball, when other players are chipping in and playing well. I thought in Game 3, Marcus Smart was really good. Jaylen Brown had that huge first quarter, dropping 17 points, and he was also good throughout the game on both ends. Al Horford, once again, was really good rebounding from a bad Game 2 performance. Derek White, defensively, I think has given Boston a really good edge. He's guarded Steph Curry well. He's bothered him a little bit on one-on-one sequences. So a well-rounded approach for Boston. You know who really is the MVP for me, though, in Game 3 for Boston? It's Robert Williams. I thought Robert Williams changed the game with his ability to extend plays with hustle plays, which then led to second chance opportunities. And then you look at his numbers. He was so active as well. 8 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, 4 blocks on 4 of 5 shooting. Robert Williams is the unsung hero in this game for Boston. So when the Celtics are playing their best basketball, it's like everybody is chipping in and they're playing this style that has continuity, camaraderie, energy, and it's multifaceted. Offense and defense, that right there, Michael, I would tell you, are the keys for the game. Okay, so we told you about our presenting sponsor off the top. So many people have gotten their credit cards and debit cards hacked. They've gotten their identity stolen. With today's presenting sponsor, Aura, you don't have to worry about that. Aura.com/chatsports. Sign up today. You get a free 14-day trial to keep yourself and your family safe. Financial fraud protection, identity theft protection, online and device security, and these family plans can protect up to 5 people. Once again, it is a 14-day free trial by going to aura.com/chatsports. That link available for you right now in the comment section and the description of this video. Hector Gaming with this: LeBron James should leave the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't think he wants to. He's sitting pretty in LA. He's got business ties in Los Angeles. And at this point, you know, he has 4 NBA championships. He's still playing really good basketball. He's playing for an iconic franchise that is always willing to spend. We'll see what happens with the Lakers and Darvin Ham. I like the head coaching hiring, but I don't think LeBron James wants to go anywhere. If he does go anywhere, I think he might go to one of the new franchises in Las Vegas, maybe even Seattle. That's something to maybe watch out for. NBA 2K14, Jabari Smith to the Rockets, team up with Jalen Green. If Jabari Smith falls to Houston, that would certainly be ideal. He's my number 1 overall player in this 2022 draft class, but I think Jabari Smith is going to go number 1 to the Orlando Magic. 40+% three-point shooter, length, athleticism, diligent work ethic, good handle, can shoot from anywhere on the floor. Smith, I think he translates to the best player in this draft class, and if he goes to the Rockets, team up with Jalen Green. I already love what Houston has been able to do. Like it even more so if you get Smith. Christopher Howard, how many games do you think this series will go? Going into it, I said Warriors in 7. They got to win Game 4. If they go down 3-1, it's going to be really tough to win 3 of the last 4 games against the Celtics. You even up this series at 2-2. You go back to the Chase Center. Let's say you win Game 5. You're up 3-2. You win one of the next 2. And with an experience-laden, championship-winning Golden State Warriors team, I do like their chances. But my gosh, I said a couple months ago, Boston, number 1 team in the East. They're my pick to make it out of the East. They did. And I also picked the Warriors after the faltering that happened with Phoenix to win the West. This is the playoff series and the NBA Final Series I wanted to see. And for everybody, it's been really entertaining. Chualor, what up, man? How the Warriors can bounce back from the loss. I kind of covered that earlier. Like, they got to be better defensively, stop giving up open shots to Boston. They have to hit their own shots. Tonight, they were 13 of 35 from 3, 48% from the field. Check that. 37.5% from three, 46% from the field. Those aforementioned numbers were for Boston. And somebody else and other people need to step up. Like, you get 56 points from Curry and Thompson. That's 56 of your 100 points. Andrew Wiggins drops 18. Then other than that, you got 10 from Jordan Poole, which was okay. But with the plus minus, there was only one player on the entire team in the plus category. That was Otto Porter. That right there is a problem. Subscribe to our main Chat Sports YouTube channel. We surpassed 300,000 subscribers and 1 million as a company with all of our channels combined. An awesome milestone for us as our hard work continues to pay off. YouTube.com/chatsportstv. Subscribe today. Earl Rawls. If I'm the Warriors, I don't overreact. Rebound better and they'll be all right. It's 2-1 big game 4. You make a good point there. Overall rebounds, the Warriors had 31 and the Celtics had 47. So that's one of those things where you kind of got to, for me, look back on it and be like, yeah, they got crushed on the boards, and they did. Second chance opportunities for Boston. Now that you bring that up, Earl, you should be hosting the show, my man. If you're a service member, you might be. Thank you for your service. If not, like the profile picture. Yeah, they got crushed on the boards. And because of that, Boston had a plethora of second chance opportunities. And when you're in front of your home floor, that gets a crowd juiced up, that gets confidence instilled in your team. That happened with the Celtics in Game 3. Daryl Ivey Jr., what's a noticeable mismatch that is exposing the Warriors? Going into the series, I had said that Boston's length, their athleticism, their wings would give the Warriors trouble. That's exactly what has happened. I also said that Boston is great on all three levels defensively. Number one defense in the league for a reason, because you have Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year, at that guard spot. 2 elite defensive wings in Tatum as well as Brown. And then how about what Robert Williams was able to do in Game 3? Absolutely fantastic. He changed the game with what he was able to do tonight from a steal perspective, a block perspective, just overall altering shots at the rim, coming through with blocks, and then some of the hustle plays that led to some of those previously mentioned second chance opportunities. So all of those things have aided the Celtics so far in this series, and that's a big reason why Boston can certainly win the NBA Finals, because they match up favorably against Golden State, and they've matched up well against the Warriors over the last couple of years. Rocky TV, this is the last question. Do you think Golden State can get Game 4? I do, man. Look, this is a core that has won 3 championships with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steve Kerr, Andre Iguodala, former Finals MVP, some veterans on the team with Otto Porter and Nemanja Bjelica, some young guys and Jordan Poole, Moses Moody. I'm surprised that Jonathan Kuminga hasn't played all that much. But, yeah, the Warriors can get it done in Game 4. I picked them in 7, so we'll see what happens. Before we get out of here on this mailbag, I want to hear from you. Who you going with? C for the Celtics, W for the Warriors. Get those predictions in, and thanks for watching today's show.